Howdy guys, Drew here and welcome back to Drewski's Trains and Travels. Today's adventure takes us to the small town of Hearne, Texas, chasing down a very special locomotive. Now that Sunday we got notified from some other Texas rail fans watching the virtual rail fan cam at Tower 55 in Fort Worth that Kansas City Southern's safety unit was out in front at the head of a mixed freight train heading to its final destination at Inglewood Yard in Houston. So we went out to intercept. Known affectionately by train fans as the Silver Sausage, this locomotive was painted in this special scheme to commemorate the Safety Starts Here campaign, which was created to promote workplace safety values among both Kansas City Southern's American and Mexican employees. The engineer's side of the engine, currently facing us, is written in English, while the conductor's side, as you can see in this photo, is written in Spanish. We had waited for about 2 hours for the crew to pick up a fourth additional engine and thought that the train was on the move, but he faked us out. So we headed to the nearest grade crossing to figure out what was going on. When we arrived, we found our engine coming out of the siding with yet another engine in tow. Turns out the Cotton Belt 1055 was added to the train last minute, so the engine had to uncouple from the rest of the cars and back down to the siding to pick up this final unit. For several months, Cotton Belt 1055 had been assigned as the local yard job out in Bryan and was now being moved elsewhere for a different job. My brother and I have a joke between us that the Cotton Belt unit looks like it has the Go-Go Rouge, also known as a case of red butt. For all our Louisiana Cajun fans out there, you'll know what we're talking about. And for the rest of you guys, well, trust me, you don't want to know. Now that our train was finally coupled up, the conductor could finally connect the air hoses and get our train ready to depart. So while he's doing that, let's take a look at the engines making up today's consist. In the lead, we have the Silver Sausage, an Evolution Series 4400 horsepower AC traction diesel locomotive, ES44 for short. Behind that, a Kansas City Southern to Mexico AC 4400 Gray Ghost unit, a UP SD70M, a UP SD70 ACE, and of course, Cotton Belt 1055 bringing up the rear. All right, so we just got informed by a UP crew member, one of the managers that works out here in Hearne, that our train will be departing here shortly. They had to pick up 2 other locomotives, an SD70 ACE, and then the Cotton Belt 1055 patch unit, which is a GP60N on the back. So we were suspecting, and we suspected correctly, that they were picking up those locomotives for extra fuel, and sure enough, that's exactly what they were doing. So they'll be getting moving here shortly, and we're going to try to catch them back in Bryan over on the SP track, because they're coming up the former Southern Pacific main line right here outside of Hearne to head into Bryan, heading to their final destination, which is Inglewood Yard out in Houston. So we're going to get back here on the road in here in just a bit as soon as we see our train moving again and try and catch him out in Bryan. So back on the road we went to get ahead and set up for a shot in downtown Bryan. Once we had set up our shot, we waited. And waited.
2 hours later.
Still nothing. What in the world was going on? So in order to get eyes and ears on our train, my brother went up the track about 3 blocks and finally found our train sitting there waiting. And within just a few minutes, the engineer gave 2 blasts, telling us that our train was on its way. So let's watch him as he heads out of town with his full train in tow. We hope you've enjoyed this look at our chase of the Kansas City Southern Safety Unit. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment below, and subscribe to the channel for more train traveling adventures. And check out some of our other videos on our channel as well. As always, my name is Drew, and this is Drewski's Trains and Travels, and we'll see y'all down the tracks.